Coach, you want to talk about the positive discernment tonight, honoring one of your best players
Oh, my
ever?
God. You know what? She is so deserving, and I know that over the years you guys have covered the Scarlet Knights, and when you think of the great Scarlet Knight teams, you have to say Cappy Pondexter. And it probably started with Tasha, and then, Cappy. I have been waiting for this moment, and so it's finally come here, so. I don't know who could have not appreciated the great player that she was, and so I'm happy for her. It's well deserved, and I have a feeling that there are a lot more accolades that she will get, not just here, but all over the country.
So, Coach, over the last 3 quarters, defensively, you were able to at least slow them down after they came out and played so sharp. What were the things you hope you can take from those 3 quarters to build on that when you see such at times what could be an elite offensive team this year, the way they were shooting, and be able to, at least the last 3 quarters, take them down some percentages?
Well, a couple of things happened. I think that when we played zones, they shot us out of it. Zones require you to communicate at a different level, which we obviously aren't doing as well as we need to do. On the other hand, try to play a little bit more man-to-man defense. And it should have been apparent then that we were very small compared to the size and the great skill level. And they executed really well. But what can I take from it? That the first thing that can happen and that must happen is we've got to be a very good defensive team. And we've got to find ways to score points. I think that you're going to hear from Duke. There's no question about that. And they did a nice job. I think Joanne McCauley has done a great job of putting all of them together. And I suspect that the addition of Lexi Brown has really helped them. But they're good. They're good. We got a long ways to go, but we're working on it.
Vivian, this is the first time most of us have seen you since the preseason. How difficult has this start been for you guys? Just you knew it was going to be difficult. Obviously, you have all those transfers on the bench, but now that you're actually 7 games into it, how difficult has this been?
It takes it to another level, But I guess in all things that you have new, it certainly brings about a learning process. It's not one that I plan to get used to. It is a first for me, for sure. So this is kind of foreign territory. But I think that the best thing that we can do is worry about winning quarters, and that's basically what we've got to do. But for a while there, it looked like we may have won, not this game, but there were a couple of games ago where I thought maybe we were learning to win quarters. But the big issue has to do with stats that are very revealing, and that it has to do with turnovers. It has to do with rebounds. It has to do with us being comfortable enough in shots because we had the shots, just not hitting them or not taking them. So hopefully we can be a little more loose and play together a lot better. But it's hard for everybody. It's hard for everybody. But this is a long season, and the best thing we can do is to really take advantage, if we can, of Seton Hall and St. John's, because they're no slouches, and Bucknell, and see if we can't get off to a start. We are encouraged, I hope. We had a lot of those players that were in the locker room today, and they were talking about their experiences, the things that they've gone through, that basically propelled them into a Final Four situation. So they are of the mindset that, that there's always just time. But I think that what they're also sharing is that each person has to have another level of commitment, and you can't worry about anything other than being as tough and as hard and as competitive as you possibly can be, because those young ladies that came to celebrate, Cappy's success were all part of a Final Four, an Elite Eight team, so they know what it is to work hard. And to be honest with you, I think that a lot of people don't realize, it seems that most people might think that winning comes easy but it doesn't. You have to learn how to win. And I think that what our players, former players, were sharing is the real sacrifice, the real hard work that you have to put in order to get out on the other end of things. And probably the best thing that they were saying is that it's just a lot of work to accomplish those things, but we all know that.
Sharina, what did Duke do on defense that made it difficult for you guys to score?
Honestly, they didn't really do anything spectacular. We honestly beat ourselves. And they got rebounds, they out-hustled us. And that's just something that the other players from the past came in and told us, like, it starts with pride, and we have to compete, and it all starts in practice. And if we want it as bad, then we'll be fine. But right now, we still trying to find ourselves. We don't know what it's like to win right now.
I guess building off what you just said and what you asked Coach, just kind of how hard as a team to keep the confidence up when you're not having success.
It's hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's hard, but it's that fight inside of you. Like, if we gonna lose, we're not gonna go out there and lose by 30. All right, you gonna have to. You might get 10 on a good day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's pride. It's honestly, it's pride.